Hello, everyone. So we're waiting for everyone to join. Perfect. Well, hi everyone. Hope you're all doing great. So thank you for joining in this webinar. So in this live product demo, we're going to learn how teachers, educational institutes, and coaches can use Formaloo and build their custom LMS, custom learning management system. And Farooq will join us to show you how you can create quizzes and assignments, manage your students, manage your teachers, and all the data of your classes and everything you need for a learning management system. So at the end of this webinar, you can use this fundamental to create your own custom app and your own custom learning management system more powerfully and fast. So we have Farooq with us here, and so maybe we can start now.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? How's everything? I'm so glad to be here with you all, and we have another Formaloo live demo with you, so we can explore a world of possibility in world of education with Formaloo product. So we want to do a couple of things today together. The first thing that we want to do is that we want to create a very smart quiz together with multiple calculation, with grading, automatic grading, with different success page messages regarding whenever the students they filled something out. For example, if they had enough grade, they are passed, or if they didn't earn enough grade, it showed them that you failed and you have to retake the quiz. So you can do all of this inside Formaloo with one quiz. So we want to create this quiz with advanced calculation, with multiple variables, multiple scoring system, and everything together. The second thing that we want to do today is we want to create an learning management system, or LMS for short, with Formaloo as well. So you can create a full LMS inside your own systems with Formaloo. It can have functions and features like managing the students, managing the staffs, the teachers, and even providing content, courses, lessons for your students, or even quizzes again. Great. So after that, after these two examples, just like always, we will open the floor for Q&A, so you can ask all of your questions and see how you can do more features with Formaloo. Great. So let me share my screen so you can see everything here. Good. Now you have my screen here. Nice. So first of all, we want to start with that quiz. We want to create a quiz with the multiple calculation, with multiple success page and different gradings for everyone. So for that, I will go to the template, the first step for all of us. I can scroll around different templates that we have here to see which one is better for me. I will click on view and see the other templates and see, okay, if that's the case for me, I can make it so how it's looking on mobile and everything. So this template looks very good. I want to create my quiz based on that template. As always, you can create that yourself. You can create it from scratch. So I just click edit template and this is created for me. So this online science quiz and I will remain it online quiz, multiple scoring. And click save. It's now mine. I can view it, and you can see it here that it's working. Awesome. So how can we do that? Okay, first of all, let's create a few questions for ourselves. For example, this field, I don't need it. I can remove it here. Okay, I have this question. What gas or light bulbs often filled with? I think I know that it's helium, but let's move it along. So I have few questions here. I can create anything that I want right here. Okay, I need this question. I can have pictures in my questions. I can edit them right here. For example, alligators, if I don't want to say alligator, and it will be done. And you can see that there are a lot of questions. Let's make this a little bit simpler. So I will remove the questions that I don't need, for example, and to make the quiz easier. You can edit all of these templates like this. Awesome. So now I have my questions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Great. And I don't need this in anymore. I have 5 questions. There is 2 possibilities in my quiz. So when you're trying to design a quiz, always think about all the possibilities that your quiz can have. For example, this is an educational quiz, and there is only 2 possibilities. One, you pass or you fail. So I will create 2 success pages. You can see add success page here. I can say you passed. Here is your score. And I can show the score here, right here, like this. If you say this and this score and you close it, it will show the score. It's that simple. And I want to create another one, and for fail, again, I can duplicate just always, and I say you failed. And here's your score. Please retake this quiz. And I can make this, for example, like this. Awesome. I can make this bigger. For example, I want this too big. Like this. Okay, and I want it to be bold. Cool. Same thing here. I can make it bold. I can make this a link so they can see it. Just click here and done. So simple. So now I created 2 success pages, as you can see, 1 and 2. What is this? This is the variable that we use, the score that you want to store. We will work with it. This quiz has only one scoring system, but I want to show you what will happen if you have multiple scoring systems in the same example. But for now, let's say you have only one scoring system. You earn a score when you say the right stuff, and you have a minus score when you say not the right stuff. Okay, we can save it here, and now we have it. 2 outcomes are outlined here. Now, how we can score that? For that, we go to logic. You see logic here. By clicking on logic, you go here that you can design everything. We have 5 questions. You can see all of the questions here. You can zoom on it, you can see it, you can drag them and design them however you want. So we have 5 questions that needs a scoring. I click on them. Awesome. And I click on add. So what was my first question? Let's see it. This is the name, okay? My first question was, what gas or light bulbs are often filled with? Light bulbs, I think, are filled with helium, but I might be wrong, but let's say helium is the right answer. Okay, so if this question is helium, you see, you have the options here, then add. Let's say this has a score of, we have five answers. Each answer has a 20 score. So we can have a score of 100. 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, 100. So add 20 to a score. Simple as that. I don't have to do anything else. Simple as that. I have this. Okay. Let's go to the second question. What's the largest species of lizards alive today? I think it's alligators. Let's say it's alligators. And I click on it. And if the answer is alligators, then add, again, another 20 to a score. Okay, but I want to show something else here. I want, if someone says, for example, Asian water monitor, because it's not the right answer, they get a minus point. So they don't just guess the answers. That's very common in the quizzes. Okay, I can do that. I click add another, and if the answer is Asian water, so subtract 5 from a score. So in that case, 5 score is subtracted if someone says Asian water monitor. I click on the next one, and what is the next one? Which planet in our solar system is the hottest? It's Venus, actually. And I can now go here. You can see your questions here as well. And I want, if the answer is Venus, then add 20 to a score. The next question. What is the only kind of rock that floats in the water? I have no idea. So add, not always. If is, let's say it's basalt. I hope I'm pronouncing this wrong, right? Add 20 to the score. So, and which one is this periodic table symbol is real? So let's go and see it. Which one of these periodic table symbol is real? Nobelium, Lutetium, Tellurium, Neodymium. So I guess I'm not good at the science department. I have no idea. So let's say chlorine is real. Then I want to add another 20. Let's go. So we had 5 questions. We didn't add anything for this. So add helium, 20 to a score. Okay, I guess I did multiple open tabs. Let's go through it again. Form options, edit form, logic. Sometimes this happens if you have multiple tabs, and add 20 to a score, save. Remember to hit this save button. Add, if alligator is add 20 to a score, and if is winter something, add, no, subtract 5 from the score, save, and let's go to the next question. Add, not always. Remember not to see, rather than doing always. If it's Venus, then add 20 to a score, save. If it's basalt, let's say add 20 to a score, save. And if it's chlorine, let's say add 20 to a score. So now you can see that for each question we have 20, another 20, another 20, another 20, and another 20, a total score of 100. So if everyone answers right, they get 100. So let's go back to our editor. So we have 5 questions here and 5 different 20 scores. In the last question, we want to say what happens. So I add another if. If so let's say I think I removed one of the sections. Oh yeah. Go to answers. Fresh. And oh, another tip. Another tip is that you can see all of your logic here in the same page. So if you are seeing it, you don't want to click in anything, you can just open one page to see everything. Awesome. So now you can see here, if I am on the last question, if the score, now I am not choosing one of the questions, I am choosing the score. If the score is greater than 60, then after submit, go to success page, you passed. Add another one. If the score is less than or equal to 59, then after submit, go to success page, you failed. You see? So if someone gets a minimum score of 60, they get to you pass. If they get a minimum score of 59, they get to you failed. If they get less than 60, which is 59, 0 to 59, they go to you failed. Okay, save. Now we have everything. And after save, close. I open my test. And let's do it. It was helium, alligator, Venus, basalt, and chlorine. Hopefully I'm passed. Yes, you see, here I am passed and my score is 100. We have an answer sheet capabilities, which you can see. You can see it for each answer. You can have an answer sheet as well. I will show you in a couple of minutes how you can do that. So when someone takes your quiz, they get their answers here as well. So you can have an answer sheet on explaining why this is helium, for example, and why this is alligator, for example, if I am answering correctly. And you can have images, you can have links, videos, anything that you want. Great. I'm showing you how to turn this on now, but let's keep it moving. So again, now I will answer wrong. I answered this right. So 2 wrong question, 1 right. another wrong, and this is right as well. So I have a score of 40. Yes, you failed, and there is a please retake this quiz here as well, which if I click, I take this quiz again. Awesome. So now it says you failed. Here's your score, 40. Again, there is an answer sheet if I want to. And let's try that minus thing. So another one, I'm earning 20. I am losing 5. And let's say I answer everything else wrong. Yeah, you see, 15. That's how it works. Basically, very, very simple. You have everything that you want here, every outcome. You see this success page here. You can add it from here as well. You can duplicate it as well. Every outcome. You might have 2, you might have 1, you might have 20. But most quizzes have something between 2 to 5 different outcomes. But you can add as many as you want and design it however you want. Here you can add images, links, tables, anything that you want. So this is the multiple success system that works with logic, and you can work with your scoring. Okay, let's go to see that answer sheet feature. If you click calculator here, you can see that you have a few options. You can turn these on. So show final calculation after submission. So I don't have to write this down. It will be automatically done for me. But if I want to customize it, I can write it down myself, like here, and show answer sheet after submitting the form. But if it's turned on, you can design your answer sheet just by clicking here, and here is your answer sheet. And you have a calculator here as well, but here is your answer sheet that you can change and design anything that you want. In each page, you have your answer sheet. You can have everything here very, very easily. So if these are turned on, they will show it to me. Okay, cool. Let's say, okay, I don't want to save that. So now we have the variables and how we go through different success pages all at once. Now, what if we have 2 variables? For example, 2 different scores. I want to score math and science at the same quiz, or I'm taking a personality quiz and I have 2 different sets of a score, or 4 or 10 or 20, anything that I want. How can I do that? Here in add field, you will see a field called variable. You can add it to your form, like here. And you name it. For example, math score. And you ID it, math score. This is important to ID. These fields are hidden. Your students cannot see them, cannot change them. They are secure to you. So, for example, if I want to create 2 scores, I can. Let's do that. I create another one, science score. Hopefully I typed it correctly. Science score. So now I have 2 very, very different scoring systems. I can have more if I want. So I added 2 variables to my basically quiz. So I can have different scoring system. Let's see how it works. Let's say instead of having 1 score, I have 2 scores. Here is your math score. And you remember that ID that we did here? I do it here, math score. And I copy it, paste it, and here's your science score, which are 2 different things. Science score. Copy this and do the same thing for the fail thing. I want to make sure that I did it right, because it should be exactly the same. The ID should be the same. So hopefully I did it right. I did it right. Awesome. Great. So now I'm not showing that score, that unified score that you get with all of your quizzes. You don't need to create a variable to get a score. It's automatically done for you. But if you want to create a quiz with 2, 5, 6 different scoring, you can with adding the variables. I added 2. I click save. And now I go to the same uh, page that we had before. I close the other one so it doesn't happen again. So in this logic page, I can now edit my system. So if helium is the correct answer, add 20, not to this score, but now you see we have more option. Add to the science score, save. And if, for example, alligators are, add to science score as well. And if it's subtract, add subtract from science score as well. Okay. Now, for example, let's say this is a math question. It's not, but let's say it is. Instead of a score, I want to add this to math score. Okay. And this is, let's say, another math question. Let's say it's math question as well. Okay. And in this page, as you can see, this is our last question. Let's say this is a science score. So now I divided these 5 questions into science questions and math questions. Okay. So I have 3 science questions, so my score will be 60. And I have math questions, 220 questions, my max score will be 40. I can change them however I want. Let's change them. Let's say not 20, but 25. So we get a unified score. These are 2 math score questions, let's say 25, and these 3 remain the same as 20. So my science score could be 60. Let's say the last question is only 10 points. It's not weigh that much. You can weigh your question. So I have 50 score for math, 50 score for science. Good. 10, 20, 20. Maximum 50. 2 questions on math, 25 and 25. Okay, now what should I do with the success pages? So I have to change that. So if the score is greater, it will not work for me because I don't use the score right now. I'm using science score and math score. So what I do is go to advanced logic. In the last question, I see I can change these. So I change it that if science score is, I have 50, so more than 30, then you pass. But I want to add a condition. If science score is more than 30, and if math score is more than, greater than 30 or 25, let's say 25, go to your past. So it will go to the past after this. I want to say otherwise, go to fail. So you either get 30 in science and 25 in math or more, you see, and you go to your past or you go to your first. Otherwise, after submit go success page, you fail. So that's the way. If I want to, for example, get either you score 30 in science or in math, you change this and to or, and that work for you. Let's try with and. So I have to answer a lot of questions right to go to that quiz. So let's open the same quiz again. It was helium, hopefully, alligators, and Venus, and basalt, and chlorine. Awesome. As you can see, I passed with 50 in math and 50 in science. Awesome. I am so much good at this. So let's don't do it. Let's take all the science question right. Helium, alligator, but take the for math questions wrong. Let's say Jupiter, Krypton, and that was coloring. I passed. So that remains that something in my logic is wrong because I didn't do the advanced logic correctly here. So if it's otherwise, I have to go to fail, but didn't do it for me. So maybe my scoring was wrong. Maybe I put this on or, and it didn't give me a math score because it was 0, because I played everything wrong. So now it's or. So I have to go here, let's say here, and I failed because I didn't get it. You see? That's how it should be done. Okay. This was how you can do it here. So to wrap up this part, you can have different pages of questions. You might not want to do that one score at a time. You can change it here in the design, change it to single step. Awesome. And your question will be like this under each other. You can change the color and everything, then remove the background. But you want to, for example, add page breaks. You can do it here, page breaks. You see, I want to have another, after 2 questions, a page break. Now, my form is, and my quiz is in 2 pages. 1 page, you see, and after that, another page, and submit. If I could say submit, I failed because I didn't answer anything. I can set that people don't be able to submit the form until they answer the question, which is by doing this, saying required. That's how it is. Another great thing to do is shuffle. The shuffle enables you to prevent cheating in quizzes. With shuffle, these options will shuffle every time someone opens them. So if 2 students wants to cheat, the number A for them, for a student A, is not the same as number A for a student B. You can also shuffle all the questions here. You can, where was it? In design, or yes, shuffle field order. In design, you can see shuffle field order or shuffle the order of fields. It will do it for all the questions. So you can turn this on and all of the questions are shuffled. But sometimes you say, okay, I want my question to be shuffled every time someone opens them. Let's say, let's turn this on to show you how it works. You see, shuffled. If I click again, you see another shuffling is happening. Awesome. And but I don't want the name of the students to shuffle. I want that to be always the number 1. Okay, you click on it, you go to edit, you click on the name and you turn this off, shuffle this field. So every other question will shuffle except for this question. And now, every time I open this, the name is the first, you see? Same as it. But other things are changing. Great. So shuffling is helping you to prevent cheating. You can shuffle questions and you can shuffle choices. These can be shuffled as well. Great. You can make them unique as well. We learned that we can create multiple scores, multiple variables to do that. We can also do something more and something more fun. So you remember that we created something, science score that is 50, math score that is max 50. Each of these are max 50. I can create, if I want, another one called total. And I call it total. This total, the type is not integer. Integer means number. So science is number, math is score is number, but total is not. Total can be text, decimal, or formula. I want this to be a formula. What is the formula of the total? So in total, I can have math score plus science score. I hope this is right. I'm so bad at writing. Math score plus science score. So the total score is here, and I can add another one. Here's your total score, and I just change it to total. Simple as that. Total score, and we have it here. I can show this here as well before submitting. That's the good thing. So I added a section field here. This is a section field. Let's remove it and add it again to see how you can add it. I added these three, and I can do exactly what I did with the success page before the success page. What that means is before even submitting, all the scoring is happening in live. Show scores live. And I can see how my score is happening. These are too big. I want to make them a little bit smaller. Awesome. Now I added a section, and I removed this page break just to make everything easier. I removed the shuffle thing, again, just to make things easier. Now I can see that the score is calculating live. Okay, how is it? Now it's all empty. But let's fill the form. It was helium, right? Let's go. Oh, my total is 20 and my science score is 20. Awesome. And alligator. Oh, it's 40 and 40. Now these are the math questions. It was Venus. Now 25. Awesome. My total is 65 because 25 plus 40 is 65. And I can do that. Now basalt, as you can see, it's live. And now see what happens when I try chlorine. Great. But if I change my answer, you see, it will change to what it should be. This has a number of 10. So if the answer is something else, it will redact 10 from the score that is earned. So everything is live, and you can do all of these live calculations. If I go to my success page, you can see the same scoring here. Okay, we talked about a lot of things that is happened here from the quiz space. You saw that you can shuffle questions, you can show live scoring, you can even do mathematical thing. Let's see it. In your templates, if you go to area calculator, you can see that you can create these kind of calculations right here with your quizzes. For example, these are, as you guessed it, variables. This is variable A, variable B, and height. And this is the calculation that we are doing in a formula field. So as you can see, I can change that, and it will automatically live do that for them. So, or for here, only variable that I need to calculate area of a circle is the radius. So if the radius is 1, it will be equal to pi. Pi a square root of a square of radius. So if it's 10 times 5, 100 times 5, and you can see how it works. All of this is possible inside with formula field and variable field. And you saw that with answer piping, which is this. When you put something like this is answer piping. piping. You can do it with everything. For example, we have what's your name, and you can say what's your name. You have here, and you can set an ID name, and you can say hello name. You see, I used it here. I can use it everywhere. So if I see it here, this is the answer piping. If I say I am Sam, it says hello Sam. If I remove it, you see there is nothing. And it's live as I do it. Great. So with answer piping, I can show a score before or after submission. Depends on your choice. You can have calculations. You can have answer sheets. You can have your answer sheets divided by categories, everything that you want, and you can have logic-based scoring at the same system. The last thing that I want to show you here is that you say, okay, I can see that I can have different questions. I can create content via, for example, section field or video field. For example, I can add a video here, for example, from YouTube or something like that. I can add the different things here. I can create, for example, tables here to create advanced quizzes. But what happens if I want to get an image inside a question? What happens if this question, I want to have an image for the question, not for the answers that you can do here. If you go here, you can see that you can upload answers here, upload image, but for the questions, okay. For each question, click on it and go advanced description. If you click on advanced description, you can see all the options. So I can, for example, create this and add more fields, customize it however I want, add, for example, images from anywhere. I can upload my own, and there you have it. You have images, tables, anything that you want in questions. Great. Let's go and see that results that we created so far. For your results, you see at this page. This is your results page. And you can see how everyone is answered. We tried this quiz a lot of time, and you can see how everyone is answered. And the best of all is that you can see a score of everyone right inside there when they filled science score, math score, total, and you pass, you fail. So if someone feel that, you can see their scores and you can edit it. For example, I don't agree with this 50. I want to give them a 10, and it's a 10 now. Awesome. And you can see that before we created this math score and science score, there are nothing, but you have your own score system that is still in place. So you can do that. So everything is done here. And you can have charts based on the answers. You can see how people voted, for example, how people answered the question. Most people answered helium. Most people answered alligators. And you can see how it's done. Also, you can share this if you want from app setting, enable public view, and share this with your students. And you can have it in a safe space. Your students cannot edit this, but they can see the answers if you want to. If you don't want to, just turn this off. It's off by automatic, and you have it. Great. If you have a lot of questions and you want to do it like a question bank, I suggest you import your questions here. And you can import your question here via an Excel. There is a tutorial here, and you can do that. Great. So this was about calculation, logic-based calculation, calculation-based logic. If you say that we have passed and failed systems, and how we can create systems for creating different endings for our quizzes, all in the same system. Let's go to create that LMS. So we want to create a learning management system for our school or for our organizations. I will go to the app template, and I have a lot of different templates here, but today I want to create the school management template. This school management template is added especially for this occasion. So I click on it to edit it as my own and to create it. So I can design it however I want. The main purpose of the LMS here is that we want to manage, first of all, our students, their data, their activities, and monitor them. Second of all, we want to manage our staff, our teachers, what they are doing, what classes they have. And third, we want to engage our students with a lot of content. So let's see if it's created for me. I added too many templates to my accounts. So another one that I want to show you until this is loading is this template. This template actually allows you to create content, educational content for your student. For example, in this application, we have four different lessons that it's categorized to two different sectors. So you can have different lessons, different parts, different designs, anything. And you can have, for example, create multiple lessons and put it on different categories. And for example, create different menus. As you saw it earlier that we have different menus. Let me for some reason this is not working for me. Okay, let's go. I can see it here. I have a lot of templates. School management. And when you click on it and create your school management application, you see a lot of tables are created for you, and you'll see your app here. You click on it, go to your app, and you see your app just as it was in the template page. And now you can edit it, change it, make it your own. For example, let's not change it yet and see what we have right now. So we have enrollment history. So everyone that is enrolled in our class, in our school, we have them here. I can add someone in the back office. This is my own back office. So I can add someone that is joining right here and give them a tag, for example, new arrival. And if I create this, it will be created for them. So let's say we created one here. Good. And you can see that all of their data is here. I can edit them. I can make them my own. And I can, for example, let's say, okay, I want to show the enrollment in only geography. You see, only geography. I want to show only geography and Spanish. Okay, Spanish here and only third years here, done. I want to only see, for example, from 1st of December to today. There's none, but you get the idea. And I can save this later as well. I can see my own enrollment form here. I can design it. This is same as all the different forms that you have. You have these, and you can see everything here, and it would be submitted and added there. Awesome. You can issue a tracking code for everyone. So if I go here, I should see, okay, there is a new enrollment here as well. I can add it here from here as well. I can see enrollment insights, for example, how they different charts based on the answers. For example, which year we have more enrollment, third year, for example, and which are the most popular subjects. I can edit them as I want, and I can change everything that I want from here. I click edit, and if I want to edit something, I click on it. Great. For example, I want to edit this chart, and I have two options. I can edit the base or edit the charts. I want to edit the charts. And I can say, okay, it's from the show data, it's showing the charts, these fields, not all fields, and I can select which charts I want to see. If I don't want them, I click here and they are removed. Simple as that. Also, if when you saw that we created something like that, okay, math, and I want third year only. So these are the only options that are third year and are math. And this is something that I want. I want to create a new page based on this. So I don't want to change save that because I want this without any filters, but I want to save that as a new table. So I can save it as a new table. I can title it, change the color to everything that I want, and it will be added here. Also, I can change what columns I want to see. For example, I'm hiding price, score, referred address, and date. I didn't want to show them in my application. You see, they're added back. I can remove them. You see, and they are hidden from my application, however I want. And if I click save, it will be saved and done. I can add different forms. For example, this is the student residence info, which can come after they are enrolling. This is their emergency contact, and I can see everyone from here. The best thing is that this information from the student is a lookup field. This is pulled down from this enrollment. So I can say, okay, this emergency is related to which student. And if I click on it, I can basically edit it right here. And I can see it, how it works. Great. So I can add different pages and I can have different menus. For example, I can add a menu here. I can have organize my quizzes and grades here. As you can see, I grade different students. I can have all of them here. Geography quizzes as well. Another point I wanted to see, you see, this is a lookup field. So instead of putting the name of the students, for example, we have Lisa Simpson here, and if I type Lisa, I can see them and I can just choose them. And every data piece of that Lisa Simpson is connected, for example, to their emergency contract or something. All of that. These are the things that you can do without any limitations. Another thing that you might want to do is to have a verification. For example, for quizzes that are online and you want to verify who is submitting that quiz. So to prevent cheating or for authentication, you can have email verification. So they get an email with a very specific password that expires. So they have to write that down in order to be able to fill this quiz. You can categorize everything to different categories. You can move them to different categories, and you can add anything that you want in those. Also, you can add new submenus, custom links, and block of data. We have different blocks of data from tables, charts, advanced charts that have more than one comparison in their chart data, and you have Kanban and grid. With grid, which is called a gallery view, you can have a different set of style. Let me show you. Now that I think we have this is a grid view. You see? So you can show data like a gallery, like a cards of data, and you can columnize them however you want. For example, this is for having more column or less column. That's what you need. And you can manage that however you want. You want to point them as a picture. You want to show this data or not. You can see it. And you can mix and match. You want to show data and get your forms as well. You have a form here, show data here, show data as galleries, show data as tables, and anything else that you want. Great. And you can see we have different tables for different templates for education and everything. So let me show you something actually interesting. This is an application that we created and it has different lessons. All of these are different lessons. Let's open one to see how you can create a new lesson. And I go to there and edit form. And I put my data, I put different lessons. I wanted to categorize them like tier. I wanted them to add different systems, all possible here. And I put all of my data here with everything that I wanted. I can edit them and it will be go live. And after a while, I wanted to ask them if they like this lesson or not. Very, very simple. I can add videos, I can add PDFs, I can add maps, I can add images, anything that a lesson might need. And I can have different lessons and add all of them together. Let's see how this shows. You see, I have a lesson who is like this, and you can see it. It goes like this. It's like a flashcard thing. And I have another one with this, with the highlights and everything. And another one, which is like this. I want to show everything 1 page or 2 pages or 10 pages. You can do all of that. Remember, we have page breaks, we have sections that you can create it, and you can add images and everything like here, as you can see. And you can even ask questions, why not? And I have a different lesson. It has a four part, and I can categorize them under this. This is a startup playbook, and it has 4 parts, and I can have 4 different lessons. And I want to mix and match some charts here as well. So you can see we have charts here. This is a chart about entrepreneurship, and I can, for example, link to something outside of my application as well. This is, for example, my Medium. Simple as that. I created a full educational course applications that I can edit anytime that I want without my users be forced to update their application. This is actually, let me show you. This is actually released on Google Play, and you can download it right now on your Android devices. You see? And you can do the same as well. Awesome. I think I covered everything, but let's have some questions. And I want, if I forgot something, I want you guys to tell me what did I forget and why didn't I cover. Another thing, let me share this. This is important. Most educational organizations that we work with, especially universities, they have different folders for different departments. So one department for logistics, one department for science, math department, everything like that. And for those departments, they have different access levels. So only team members of, for example, math department or faculty have access, for example, for math. And if they are, for example, in science department, they have access only to science department data. And you can manage access of each folder here. You can create folder here, and you can create folders inside folders and manage access everywhere. Everything is drag and drop, droppable, and you can also right-click on your forms and manage access to individual forms as well. You can see it here, you have everything. Another good news, creating quizzes can be time consuming, and a lot of quizzes take a while to create, but most of your quizzes are essentially the same. There are just a few questions change. So if you create one quiz, you can just duplicate it here. You see, right click and duplicate. And those quiz with all of the multiple success variable logic calculation will be copied, and you can edit a new copy or give it to your employees. Awesome. I think I covered everything now. So let's go to questions.
Awesome. So let's get to the questions. Just as a reminder, if you have more questions, just comment, just put in the comments area, and let's go with the top question. It's could you show me how to add a custom domain to the form?
Of course. So this is actually very easy. So if you go here and again right click on your form, you see view code and widgets, and you see a share your form screen. Here you have a customized link to set a custom domain, and just click on it and you put your own custom domain here, test.your-domain, and it works. How you should set up that domain is explained here. So in here you can see how you can explain how you can set a DNS record in your domain. So that option shows here. For example, you need something like this, test your domain, to go here, test, to go forms alias.formaloo.net, and save. That's it. Everything else is done in the Formaloo part, and you have everything in your system. Even the SSL is issued free of charge for you, so you can take a rest and have everything. Another way to show reach this page is if you click on your form, go on the form option and go to share. Same page. So
Great. So the next question is, if we shuffle the question, does your logic regarding the total score works?
So yes, the shuffle doesn't interfere with logic and calculation whatsoever. So if you shuffle anything, it's only the matter. It's only for presence that you have. So every time a new person refresh, they get a new set of questions that are in the different order, basically. But calculations, logics, all of these are separate and are done without any problem.
Great. So the next question is, can we have multiple results in the success page?
Yeah, so I think I covered that. You can have as many as results as you want. You just have to call it. So you may write it and it will show.
Yeah, so you can create any success page you want, different success pages, and use them in the logic.
Search for answer piping in our system and you can see how you can call them. Do you support multiple category scoring quiz? Yeah, I think we covered that as well. So for that quiz, I created two category of scores, one for math, one for science. For example, for personality quizzes, or for example, for MBTI quizzes, I can create, for example, an introvert score or an extrovert score or something like that, or health score or anxiety score. Anything that you want, you can. Can we
customize the green check mark on submit?
Yes, we are adding this very soon. So in a couple of weeks, yeah.
Great. So the next is a small problem. If the quiz is embedded in a website, the answer sheet is not embedded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are adding this feature so it can work with the embeddable quiz. So right now, the answer sheet will not work if it's embedded. If it's custom domain, it will work. If it's embedded, it will not work right now, but we are adding that support as well.
Next is, thanks for showing me how not to shuffle just one field.
Yeah, it's very common. You don't want to do that. Yeah.
How to put a 0 instead of nothing in the score variable.
So you can put in the default value whatever value that you want. Every variable has a default value that you can put 0 or 10 or 20, anything. So you can start with a value other than 0 as well.
Can add descriptions to different scoring results instead of showing just a number. I think he means,
So you
can we
mean
add?
like a text, right? Yeah, you can do that. So in our example right now, it was an integer, which is a number, integer like a score. If you want to add text, create a variable that is text. And you can have that a score, you can have that variable. So add a variable that its type is text and you can add them together. For example, a very common one is that if you want to have one for first name and last name, and you can add together and create full name.
Yeah, and also you can create success pages, and in your success pages you can add text, link, images, and also show your score in double braces. Please show answer sheets divided by category with description and how we can edit them.
So answer sheet will adapt however you create your form. So whatever it's the design of your form, from the pages, everything, it will adapt the same way. So you can design your form and then the answer sheet will be exactly like that. Each answer will be shown in below of each question. So question 1, answer sheet 1. Question 2, answer sheet 2.
Perfect. And can we put charts on the success pages to better showcase the results?
So right now, no. But the way that you can do it, if you can create a different page, as I showed you. You can have an app. One page is the quiz, and the second page is the results. So you can do it that way. Also, try our presentation mode, which is very popular if you are doing a quiz online in your class.
Great. And can you show how to reach the presentation mode page?
Sure. So if we go, I am, my page is, yeah, it's sure. So, so right here, you have seen how I got this page. I can just go here, form option, and presentation. In this page, I can turn this on, and I can view it. The presentation is great for live presentations. You can see I have my quiz here, different variables, everything, and it's live. All of my charts are here, different page for different answer, different questions, and it's live. So if someone fill this now, for example, or in a class, or in a webinar, or in a, for example, in an event, these are now, we saw live, and it's 9. And it's very, very cool. And as you can see, this actually embed that question, that how I can have my quiz and my charts at the same time. And you can customize this chart as well. If you want to customize a lot more, I would suggest, instead of doing the presentation mode, just go here to App Builder and edit this. You can edit these charts and edit everything here.
Awesome. So the next question is, can we connect Google Drive or Dropbox to Formaloo to increase the space?
So the way that you can do it is not a direct connect, but you can use our URL field to get the URL from a Google Drive or Dropbox, and for example, for an assignment, if they put something there. So you can get them from them and you can download them in your own devices.
Great. Can we connect multiple Google Sheets within Formaloo without the
Yes,
help
you
of
can.
Public Connect?
Yeah. So basically, you can let's show it. So for any quiz, you can have each quiz or each form or each application synced with one specific Google Sheet. For that, I will go to Form option and then go to Integrations. In this page, I just click Connect on Google Sheet. And on that, I can save the sheet title and the sheet URL. And it will work with any Google Sheet that you have. It will work. For that, you have to authorize Formaloo with your Google account and you're done, basically.
Awesome. So the next question is, can we redirect to a different page after submitting the form?
Yeah, so let me show that as well. You have two options here. So first is, okay, I want everyone to go to a single page. So you participated in this quiz and I want to send you to my website. I go to the setting tab and fill this redirect URL. If I fill this, for example, to this, people will go to this after they setting going to after they filling out the quiz or the form. That's option A. The option B is actually something smart. I want to redirect people based on their answers. So it's a logic-based redirect. I want to, for example, if they answer this, I want to send them to this URL. But if they answered, for example, wrong, I want to send them to that URL. For that, you go to your logic and you go here and you see after submit, instead of go to success page, you want to go to a link. After submit, go to this link. And you can have an if. If the answer, for example, this has no answer. For example, here, if the answer is by basal, for example, then after submit, go to this link and you can put a link here. For example, let's try it here. And you can save it. Good. So two options, logic-based or always.
Great. So the next question is, can we have more templates and designs, especially in the education category?
So yeah, good news is that we are publishing, I think, 3 or 4 more different applications in the templates of the education this week. So have fun.
Cool. So the next one is, any ETA for when we can put the charts on success pages?
So that's one of the things that we are working on right now. But now you can do it exactly the same from different pages. So you can have it right now. Just create a page for show charts, for example, or presentation mode. And you can send a redirect to go to that chart page. So you have it now.
And the last question is, does the push notification work for the PWA app as well?
So not right now. It only works on mobile applications right now, but we are adding the push notification to PWA soon as well.
Great. The last comment isn't a question, but thank you for your kind words. Great.
Thank you very much. And I hope you really enjoyed this webinar and this show that what can be done with Formaloo. So any quiz that is done in the world is possible to be created inside Formaloo. The main question is how you want to achieve that from different variables. So the way that I do it, for example, is that first of all, I visualize all the scenarios that I can have. So if my quiz has like 16 outcomes, so I have 16 success pages. So everything happens in either of these 16 outcomes. The main thing that I have to do is to make sure the way that I prepare my quiz is that no two outcomes, no two calculation that I have shows a same story. So I cannot send them to outcome A and outcome B at the same time. So the way that I have to create the variables that I have is that they have to play with each other. So each scenario will play like a flowchart to a simple outcome. Awesome. Thank you very much for being with us. And I hope you create amazing LMS tools, school management tools, quizzes, and courses inside Formaloo in no time. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions that we didn't address, you can always contact us in the website chat. Go to formaloo.com and there's a chat box. You can chat with us and our team is happy to help you always. Have a nice evening, have a nice day, and bye for now.